Hello ZtoA, it's Saturday, February 7th, 2015. Cake is a lie is still funny. No, it isn't. Anyway, so also they're called Temerians, you know, Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra. They're called Temerians, or possibly Tamarians if I'm mispronouncing it. At any rate, they're species that talks all in metaphor. Well, actually, no, they don't talk all in metaphor, they talk all in simile. No, that's basically what I just said, and it's still wrong. They talk all in illusion. They allude to something that you're just supposed to get. Kind of like, well, kind of like memes do. But, so, at least you were right in that respect. But shame on you for not knowing that, and then not even looking it up before you made the video. Jeez, ZtoA, what's your problem? It's like you're not even a nerd anymore. At any rate, let me tell you a story. The story is called Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra. Darmok on the ocean. Jalad on the ocean. Darmok at Tanagra. Jalad at Tanagra. The beast of Tanagra. Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra. Darmok and Jalad on the ocean. So that's basically what you were talking about, what the story would turn into. The real story is, there's this guy named Darmok, and he's sailing on the ocean, and he comes to this island called Tanagra, and there's this other guy called Jalad, who's also sailing on the ocean, comes to the same island. And on the island, there's a beast that kills everyone who's there. It's called the Beast of Tanagra. And Darmok and Jalad initially don't really like each other that much, but are forced to fight together to kill the Beast of Tanagra. And they have to work together, and they become friends through it, and then they leave together, and they might possibly become lovers, so I'm not too clear on that. Anyway, so that's the story, but the first one I told you is what you're just supposed to know. Like, if I said, Juliet on her balcony, you would know that that is a symbol of romance and love, but to someone who has never read Shakespeare, or even who has read Shakespeare but has never read, say, Romeo and Juliet, they would be like, what are you talking about? So that's what I'm going to talk about, is things that don't make any sense out of context. And context, specifically, is a strange and abnormal thing. Like, even now, we speak in a way so that you can't just walk in the middle of a conversation and understand exactly what we're talking about. Trust me on this if you don't believe me, because I've walked into conversations that just weird. Context is a very important thing. We cannot communicate without it. If we don't know the backstory to what we're talking about, then what we're talking about makes no sense. For example, if I were to say, the proportioned chicken fell off the roof, you would have no idea what I was talking about. Well, you would have some idea what I was talking about. You would know that there was a chicken that was proportioned and that it fell off a roof. But what you didn't know was that it was my chicken, and it was the only one I had that could actually walk because it was well proportioned. And unfortunately, it fell off of the roof of the hen house and died. But you didn't know that. All you know that there was this proportioned chicken that fell off something. And so you would have no idea what I was talking about, and you wouldn't understand why I was being upset and crying, because it made no sense to you, because you didn't have the context. Which brings me into another point, is that you shouldn't just jump into saying that something is dead. You should preface it, like, so, you know how that well-proportioned chicken liked to go onto the roof of the hen house? Don't make jokes about things being dead. Also, the lie is the cake. Bye, ZtoA.